Third time this month, Diepkloof residents have taken to the streets to demand improved service delivery. 3 people were arrested on Monday after clashes with police. The SAPS resorted to tear gas and rubber bullets to disperse the protesters. Let's take you live now to Soweto, where we find my colleague Heidi Giokos monitoring the situation. Heidi, any government officials arriving there to speak to residents?
Yes, indeed, Masego. We do have the MMC for public safety here in the city of Johannesburg engaging with communities. And I must say this is the first official, if I can call, that has arrived here to engage with the community. We saw those violent protests erupting, yes, and the clashes between the community and the police yesterday. A lot calmer today. But I want to get perspective on what exactly the MMC has witnessed here today, because we have, of course, been in and around this community for some time. Thanks for your time, MMC. We appreciate it. Thanks for speaking to eNCA. Let's just talk about
the governance.
Let's just speak about what you have found here and what you're going to do about it.
Well, we heard what was happening yesterday. I even saw some of the JMPD people. They actually came through. Diffusing these, the tensions within the community. So we decided today, very early in the morning, must just come through and check what is really happening. Because I believe that we have to be talking to our communities. We can't be as leaders and politicians. We're sitting in some aircon conditions. We must come and check what is happening so that we can avert any situation where people are getting shot or they are getting killed on the protest. It was very bad. I went around. You'll find that there are very old houses that were built 3-4 decades ago, and some of them are really in the verge of actually collapsing. Some of them, they've been supported with some marker plan, and it's very bad. There's no electricity. It's very shocking. Since 1994 up until now, this area is a forgotten area. It's very painful and it's very sad. And also, what is so surprising, that there's a pit toilet. There's a pit toilet here. In this area. So it's something that the city, especially the Department of the the environment, electricity and infrastructure are supposed to be looking at. And also the MMC for housing. I think he actually has to come in very, very urgently with the mayor. Actually, that is the recommendation that I'm going to give. I just spoke to the CM right now. He says, CM, I think that let us round up everyone who's supposed to be here. Let's look for the budget. What happened to the budget here? What has been the historical background of the area? And then the city, we need to intervene ASAP. It's very bad. Vandalism all over, no electricity. Obvious people are going to connect the electricity, in any other means, because they've been waiting for electricity for a very long time. So there's been some electricity construction that happened, but it just stopped. So the community wants to know what happened to that. Yeah.
I want to ask you what took so long to come here, though, because this is not the first time. It's probably the third time in this month alone that the community has been protesting. Have you not been aware about the concerns of this community, and why has it taken you so long to come here?
Let me be honest with you. The situation at the hostels actually came to my attention yesterday night. Actually, when it was, it has been running on the news. That's why we've actually sent some other units to come and calm, the situation down. And actually, we've been looking for the numbers of the leadership that is here, that is, the people who are leading the protest itself. So I managed actually to get hold of it last night, but it was a bit too late because it was a bit dark, pitch black, and then I could not even find them over the phone. But it's better late than never. It's better late than never. I've seen what I've seen, and it's very painful and it's hurting. We'll ensure that this actually doesn't go off radar, because remember, is that the matter of public safety is in my office, and I must ensure that there is, the concerns of the community. They mustn't come to a point where there's a destruction of infrastructure or people are getting shot and killed because, there's a riot that are really happening. So I need to move in and be a mediator between the departments themselves. Hence, I've spoken immediately. I went with the CM, said going to come back to me, and I'm going to give a report to the mayor just when we're done with the interview. and said maybe it will be wise that, because remember, we are the extension of the mayor. He delegates them to us. We must go and have a look, do what is happening, and find out what is happening. And then from there, we compile a report so that when he comes and meet these communities, he must not just say, I'm promising. He must commit that by this date, what is happening. So you need to get that data, what is happening with the housing, what's happening with electricity, what's happening with the water and sanitation in this area. Oh, by the way, they don't even have water here. They've got taps, only 4 taps. So once we kill this report, then we'll submit to the mayor, and I will really request, I'm going to humbly request that the mayor, at least as soon as he must be probably here, maybe a day or 2 or something like that, but we will give him the report and come with the necessary MMMCs to be here.
That was going to be my next question. What is the time frame that we're looking at? Because this community is boiling under and they are very angry and frustrated.
Yeah, I'm going to treat this as a matter of urgency. I'm going to just look at the mayor, maybe even the day after tomorrow, something like that, just to plead with them. Maybe even I'm going to check now because remember they've been busy in terms of the closing of there's a lot of meetings that are happening in terms of there's an end of the end of financial year, closing of the reports and all of that. And then also I want to give him time to do his research thoroughly. What is the history of this place? Do we have a budget? Where's the budget we can actually find through the office of the human settlement, through the office of the infrastructure. So I'm going to treat this with the urgency that it actually deserves. If it's tomorrow, it will be very good. But I'm going to look at his schedule and bring this matter into his attention.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. We do appreciate it. Thank you. That is, of course, the NMC for Public Safety here in the city of Johannesburg, speaking to us about the interventions in terms of what's going to be done. This report is going to be handed over to the Executive Mayor of the city of Johannesburg. Whether or not we are going to see results, Masego, I guess time will only tell. But this is a community that is in desperate need of intervention. Doing a walkabout with the MMC, just to see how people are subjected, what the living conditions they are subjected to is really unacceptable. So we'll obviously also get feedback from the community as to what they feel about this particular engagement and the way forward.
All right, Heidi Giokos live in Diepkloof for us in Soweto. Let's leave it there for now.